thoughts on the freshman defensive lineman?
I think we got a lot of young talent, David Ajabo, Mozzie Smith, Gabe Newberg showing up. Mozzie, obviously, freshmen are going to struggle in fall camp. That's how it is. But you can tell Mozzie, that guy really wants it. He's out there just fighting every single day. And, I think he's the one that's standing out in my eyes because of his drive. So,
what has Mike Dana added to this group?
He's added a lot of good things. We obviously, from the outside perspective, everyone's saying we're pretty shallow in the D-line depth, and he's added a lot of depth, and he's going to be a big factor in these games coming up. So,
Coach was saying that Uche has been one of the guys that really drew attention in fall camp. What do you see out of him as a veteran looking at?
Yeah, Uche, he's a great leader, a great person, and a great player. He's out there every day working, and I respect him for that. Every day he's giving it his all, and I think it's someone who's good to look up to.
For you personally, how different is this going into year 2 compared to last year? That is?
These fall camps have been almost polar opposites. Last year I was the freshman who didn't really know what was going on, and you got the D-line coach has been here for a while, and then this year you got the fresh D-line coach, and I'm looked at as one of the older guys on the D-line, and it's been a completely different experience.
Does it seem kind of odd in a way with that in mind that you're already starting essentially, that you're in that position as a leader?
Yeah, it is weird. Looking back at last year and then looking at where I'm at now, it's really amazing how far I've come.
And with so many of those freshmen D linemen, are you doing anything to kind of help them get accustomed to?
Yeah, obviously, they're screwing up a lot in practice, which is which is expected, and you got to let them learn from their mistakes, but you can also ease that transition into helping them with some little things. But for the most part, they just got to learn from what they do, because you got to do the things, you do them wrong, and then that's how you learn. So.
What did Rashawn and Chase help you with most last year?
Kind of like what I was telling her, just easing me into the transition, because you want to make your own mistakes and then fix them on your own. Obviously, a couple words here and there will help, but it's more you got to fail and then you start to succeed more and more. So that's how it really goes.
Aidan, at what point last year did that light turn for you? When did you realize that you could do on your own?
I would say that light turned for me not last year. It turned in spring ball. I would say this year. I'd say the switch kind of flipped. My mindset kind of started changing, and I thought I had a good spring ball.
You've obviously seen your dad's Big Ten rings. How driven are you to get one of your own before you leave here?
Yeah, every day he tells me that he's never lost to Ohio State. He's 5-0 against Ohio State, and that I envy that. I really do, and I got all of his Big Ten championship rings in my room. So I got to look at that every time I come home. So obviously I want it more than anybody.
Why do you feel this program's getting in a position to where it can make a
Definitely.
jump
I think we're all starting to adopt the mindset of process over outcome, as in we're going to take each day by day. We're not going to look in the future and kind of look at all those expectations of us, because obviously, you look on any social media and there's expectations everywhere, and so we're just taking it day by day and brick by brick, and just putting our heads down and working.
Is that still in the back of your mind there, though, that it's been 8 years since you beat them and your dad's got a great reminding you of that?
Yeah, obviously, Ohio State's always there at the end of the calendar, and you can't really forget about that. And we're coming this year, though.
Have you ever tried on the rings?
Sorry?
Have you ever tried on the rings?
I didn't know they're in a little shadow box. So.
How'd you end up with? Did you steal them, or did he force you to take them, or?
Wait, what was the question?
How did you end up with the rings at your ball? You sit there with you?
Yeah. They were in a shadow box. He put them in my room. I'm sure just to remind me every day, of what I don't have. So.
How long have they been in there then?
They've been in there since I was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
So not because now I play for Michigan. Now I put them up there. No, they've always been up there. So.